Good morning. Welcome into a special live edition, Big Football Energy on the Big East Energy Network. We're going to talk UConn football and preview their game against FIU later this afternoon with me and your boy, Joey BailBonds. Rent Stew, baby. Let's go. Let's bring in Joey right now. I can't even find the intro music. It's a live show. The hell. Let's do it. Screwing it all up from the beginning. What's up, my man?
Not much, my man. I was like, hey, how are we doing over here?
I'm good, man. Like I was gonna do our intro song, but hell, dude, like I can't. Oh no, wait, hold on. Ready? This is for everybody.
Pulling that falling down the stairs shit on me, you hear? Are you conscious?
Welcome in. I mean, listen, it was hidden. I got a bunch of buttons and gadgets over here, and I wanted to make sure we got that out. All right, man. Listen, we missed last week. That's partly on me because I try to make myself available to get this done, and I wasn't. So I apologize if you guys were looking for it. So we wanted to make sure we did a live show this morning so that you guys get your football fix. This game is an interesting one because UConn has an opportunity here in this game this afternoon to kind of and salvage, in my opinion, where this season was looking like it was going after losses, back-to-back overtime losses to Syracuse and Delaware, and kind of an uneven performance against Ball State. What's your first impression for this game at 3:30 today at the Rent?
It's going to be just like everyone else. We're going to see what UConn team shows up, and it's probably going to be a dogfight. I mean, hopefully their defense with the time off can make some plays and make some changes to really show that this is the team that we thought they were. And that's really what it's come down. Our offense is a standpoint. We're going to be in every game. It's up to our defense. And can our defense stop this team? Or also can they put up points and put our offense in a better position to score more points? So
no, I agree with you. I think there's an interesting thing about this because I don't know if you saw this, but UConn has been on bad beats multiple times for with SVP and Stanford Steve, and the Ball State game was another one.
Yeah,
we'll get into that later. Also, I want to throw this up there. This is why I said it. It's a segue. If you see this QR code in the top left corner, that's our Big East Energy Discord. We're at like 80% right now on betting for best bets during the week, and so if you're interested in joining that. We're going to have some tiers for that. That starts next week, but if you want to join it now and kind of get ahead, I'm probably going to throw some best bets here today. Anyway, I'll leave that up for a little bit. So as far as the Huskies go, do you think that what Joey Faiano is doing is essentially more about him being cautious and not because he hasn't thrown an interception all year.
Yeah.
And he's still kind of driving the ball down the field. Do you think they potentially open this playbook up a little bit today? I just don't see how they can't. Like they got a kid that's got a big arm and they have weapons. I just want to see them have a little more creativity. Is that fair to say?
No, it is fair to say, especially at home feeling comfortable. I think that's a place to be creative because it's this where they practice plays, where they feel the most comfortable, where they can make the plays. And I mean, we've seen it before. They've done some trick plays and whatnot too. But like Joey has gotten better at using his legs and whatnot too. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's also, I mean, the injuries hit us a little hard too. So I think they're just kind of conserve the players and whatnot too. But like at home is where you see the most magic. And at Rent, we got a little bit of the magic back last year, and I'm hoping this year keep it going. Open the playbook. Sky Bell.
Are you going to the game today?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, tell people where they can find you and like where you sit and all that stuff. Because
section 121.
There you go. And so if he says anything that you don't like, make sure you go see Joey at section
121. Find me. You can't miss me. Say Joey. Just yell BailBonds.
Yep, that's right. All right. So if they win this game and they start the first half of the year 4-2, is that a failure? Is that a a win for them, or are they kind of just where you thought they were going to be?
It's a win for us. I mean, we thought coming off last year's season, being a
Mhm.
nine win team, we did have expectations, but also too, the roster changed, and that's one thing we forgot. We're not bringing that team last year back. This is a new team. Our defense has a lot of different players into it, and I'm just hoping that they can get the momentum rolling to play better as the season comes on, because that's really what it is. Listen, we're independent. We are playing for a bowl game, the best bowl game can get, and it's coming down to this: is we have to make bowls, win bowls to get to a conference, because that's really what this whole program is really leading to. It's not we don't have a conference championship. We don't have a big automatic bowl win like bowl.
Right.
So it really comes down to just building off every season and getting to that 7-8 win mark to show, hey, we are pretty good. Hey, we do win bowls. Hey, we do put players in the pros. Hey, maybe these conferences should come get us and put us in one of their bigger ones.
All right, John. I like it. These guys are great.
Yeah.
Like it. Let's go, big dog.
Let's go. I know. I got my Panther and eggs downstairs in my kitchen waiting to.
I love it. So I honestly think today's key, and we've had a couple examples of this, not playing it so well and then kind of playing it a little bit better with two different quarterbacks. The quarterback today, who we know, Keon Jenkins threw for 284 and 2 touchdowns against us at the Rent in 2023. Really good player. It's 2 years later. He's back. He is the type of quarterback that has given UConn some fits recently. And I think it has a lot to do with kind of the discipline of this front seven, essentially. And because this, man, you played football. If you're a cornerback and the quarterback is scrambling, there's nothing harder than keeping your coverage when he breaks contain. So the ability to contain him and be disciplined in your drop coverage, in your zones, not playing your position, setting edges. Like, even though this defense wants to be aggressive, when they hit those rush edges, they really have to keep him packed in so that he can't escape and then find receivers downfield or rush the way the Delaware quarterback did to us in the game a couple weeks ago. So to me, that's the absolute key to this game and them coming away with a victory.
Yeah, and it's what defense shows up. And I mean,
Right.
even the Ball State game. I mean, we were what, like a 21.5 point favorite, and it was a close game. And it was like, are we really gonna lose at home? And it was a shootout. I mean, our defense just I don't understand. I mean, we didn't give it up. We didn't give it up late in the fourth. We won the game, so end of the day, it was a win's a win. But our season's gonna be defined by if our defense can make plays in the fourth quarter or before. And
there's a quote from Jim Mora, and if you're a Penn State fan, I apologize. I'm not going to be very nice to Penn State here in a second, but he was talking about how they lost 34-0 to Penn State, but it was only 10-0 at halftime, and they were really holding their own against a really powerful Penn State offense. But the difference though is, even though it was 10-0 at half, it was probably because James Franklin, who's not a very good coach at a high level, who likely should have won that game against Oregon if he kept running the ball, decided to pass. So he's the type of guy that he wants to change things up. I'm the type that if it's not broke, don't fix it. Right.
Yeah.
So Penn State probably should have beat FIU by 60 because they're so much more physically able to, but didn't because they were playing. I didn't watch the game, but that's my sense of that Penn State team. So I don't know if that's the best comparison to say this team is really tough because they played Penn State tough for a half. Okay, we should have beaten Syracuse, who crushed Clemson. Does that make us really good? It doesn't really matter. To his point, you can't make comparisons, but you still make comparisons. I think this team is going to give us fits because, like you said, they have a running quarterback. We had issues with Ball State kid. We had the issues with Bellucci at I'm probably saying his name wrong at Delaware.
Those Italian quarterbacks, man.
Yeah, Italian quarterbers. That Delaware team beat the shit out of this FIU team, 38-16. So that's not looking as bad of a loss as probably we initially thought.
Yeah, it was an overlook. I mean, they're that team. If you look at the statistics against Delaware too, they've played us tough and they beat us a lot of the times. 21 out of 7 times we played them. Yeah.
Yes.
It was overlooked. Come back again, said that. Trap game, whatnot.
Well, I think what's the mindset that this team has to come in there with, because this Panthers defense is ranked a few spots below the Huskies. They've averaged about 400 yards a game, so they're pretty even in that respect. You know, is it you got to try to hit Skylar Bell early? Is it going to be riding Cam Edwards as a workhorse? Like what are you looking for when you go to this game today?
I'm looking for this. When the game's putting the ball in the best player's hands when we need to play. And that's when it comes down to. I mean, Skylar Bell, I think, is leading Division I in reception per game. So that's not really a problem we're having as well. And it's going to interesting too is Cam Edwards and Victor Rosa, can they really perform? And they're going to be the one that are going to set us up for success, I feel like.
No, I agree. To me, I think it's what's interesting to me is when during this season, to your point, when it's needed most. It hasn't been about production because they've gotten production. Yep. But it's these little gaps in time, like when it's time to, it's like when it's winning time, when it's like, let's step on their necks. Let's kind of finish the game. Go ahead. Yeah. Like that's what I want to say.
You're going to say this, like when it's a 3rd and 8 and Pagano could run instead of throwing it, besides to throw the ball instead of just running to get the first down, which he has done better. I'm going to give him credit. He's starting to use his legs more and realize like, dude, just go, like get the 8 yards. Like just don't need to just take off. But I mean, that's one of the few things you saw with Ewers. And we had him. He was at Evers, yeah. Sorry. Evers, you saw that. He was an athlete more than a thrower. So he would just trust his legs and his body and take advantage. And that's something that you don't have with Pagano, but it's something that he needs to step up and make a play. That's like what you saw with the Delaware quarterback. I wouldn't say he's a running quarterback, but he'll run to make plays to extend the game. And that's what you get from veteran quarterbacks.
Yeah, to me, like I think the shocking thing that I've seen all year with this UConn team, Joe Fiano, who I called for last year, can check all the film in the world. I was all on the Joey train, but the one thing that I'd said once he got the starting lineup is like you still have Nick. Like Nick is an incredible athlete. Nick is the type of guy that if you have packages for him, is think about how many times this year in the red zone we haven't been able to move the ball when it was needed. I'm not saying you throw him in like overtime against Syracuse, but if he was in that game during the flow of it, just for like a series or two, and then if you get into a tight situation, he's not like, oh shit, I have to go in the game, to try to win the game. Yeah. Like there are moments where this team is 3rd and 8, like you mentioned, that they can't pick up yardage because of whatever circumstance. But if you threw Nick in the game and it was like, all right, this is 2 down territory where we need to make 8 yards in 2 plays and have a little balls and not worry about turning the ball over on downs. It's 2025. Like the days of conservative football should be over. Like there just should be none of that left. Why don't they have packages for Nick Evers to kind of read RPO options with Skylar Bell, with Cam Edwards, with Victor Rosa? You have playmakers.
You're right, but I think it's just 2 different quarterbacks and block. Like I would say, offensive line blocking and whatnot, knowing where that person's going to be, and also like they always say, if you're using 2 quarterbacks, you don't got one.
I'm not saying they use them. I'm not saying they use them like all the time. I'm saying like specific scenarios. Like NFL teams do this.
Yeah, they do it. I've seen it, and I can say like that. But I mean, I feel like they're really just trying to give the whole like Fagan. I mean, I feel like they're just putting all the weight on Pagano and be like, hey, we're not going to put any doubt in your head, all that. They're just giving him his last ride, fully him, which just all on him. I mean, I understand that too. Hey, putting Ewers in for a package or 2, you're right. I mean, have him just do a QB draw or read option. But I don't know. I think they're just giving Joey Pagano like, hey, this is your year, fully take it. And then next year, Ewers, it's your team. But I don't know.
Yeah, I think I think you're right. I don't think that they're they're doing it the right way, because if you're trying to win football games, it's a total team effort. Like
100%. I agree with you. Like I agree with you. Like put him back there like a baby Lamar and just have him make a play. Hey, you can throw the ball too, which they're not going to respect you throwing it. So you might you might get it and just sneak it. But yeah, we saw it. I mean, he was a big player. He was a big part of us going 9-4 last year. I forget.
Yeah, 9-4. Yep,
9-4. He was a big part of that. We had 2 quarterbacks that can both make plays, and it's interesting to see him not really play much and not draw packages, because I mean that could be a thing. Because you have to prepare for 2 quarterbacks, and that's one thing. Hey, when you prepare for Pagano, like, hey, he's kind of the steel deer back there. Go get him. But hey, if you put Ewers in there, he's going to make a play.
I think for me, like that's been the most shocking thing that they haven't schemed up some packages. And maybe they have them and they felt like they haven't been able to execute it the way they want to in practice. And that's all part of it too. I get that. But that being said, watch. I just said it. I put it into existence. You're going to see Nick Evers out there today for like a series, not because he's better than Joey, but because or like, 2 or 3 play package because they're in the red zone or whatever. I want to see that. Like, just come on, man, give it to me. Let's get some Nick Evers love. I think he's got a special skill set, and it's not like you can inject his athleticism into Joey's legs, but you can't also recreate Joey's arm in Nick Evers. But together as a tandem, it's pretty potent combination. To me, I expect them to play a lot of zone and blitz in specific parts of the game, because if they're smart, let's hope this is the case. If they play the game that I hope they play, they aren't going to go balls to the wall and blitz this kid because he can break out, but they're going to try to see if he can beat them with his arms. Is that with his arm? Do you think that's true?
I think that is true. I think they're definitely going to try to contain him, keep him in the pocket, and try to make him throw the ball. But I mean, I think he definitely might squeeze a play or two and break out. But I mean, zone is going to be the smart option between us. I mean, it's interesting if our pass rush can really get there from our front 7 to keep him and contain him. That's the biggest thing. Create the kill box. I'm a D lineman, and I understand it too.
There you go.
And you got to keep the quarterback in the pocket. It's easier said than done, but that's really where this game's going to be won. It's going to be won with the front 7. Can we contain this quarterback? So
this team averages 24 points a game. They are as far as rushing versus passing, they are definitely a rushing team, but that's partly because of the fact that Keon Jenkins is, I believe, their leading rusher. I think he's, let's see, let me double check that. But the whole thought process, he is not their leading rusher, but he's close. So also, like with Jenkins, do you know that he's lost like almost 100 yards of rushing or technically passing yards because of being sacked? Like that happens in college. They don't count that in the pros. Like he's actually a pretty damn good player. Miami native, so he's playing in his hometown. I wonder, what's the weather like up there? Are we getting a nice day, or is it going to be?
It's a nice day. It's nice and sunny. It's going to be a high of about, let's see, I think it says 81 on that one. I don't know if that's true.
No way.
It says it's going to be a high of 80 today. At the rent right now, it says by game time it's going to be at 3:00. It's going to be 79 degrees.
Jeez,
it's going to be a warm one. Wear your sunblock.
Let me tell you something. What's interesting is that because I've moved down to North Carolina, is like, dude, it's going to be colder here.
Yeah,
it'll be colder here than it is in Connecticut.
It's cold at night. It's getting cold. It's getting cold.
Yeah, that's the difference. Like but it's interesting how that, like, your mind works. It's like, oh, you're down south now. It's like, but it's not what's the same.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at this from a betting perspective, because why not? Let me look at this line. Let me.
They got UConn as a 75% win probability for matchups. Where's the line? I don't get the line. Oh, I got the odds right here. They have UConn as negative. UConn giving 6.5.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
I don't. Have they covered yet? Like, I'm not. I was like, I'm not.
Yeah, that's true. They covered against Central. If you're a degenerate in
Central, I can't even bet on UConn in Connecticut, and I'm thankful because I'm not taking it. I'm not until they show me they can cover. This ain't UConn basketball, okay?
It's true.
That was the last 2 years. The easiest money we could have made was betting on that. The previous years, betting on them in the tourney. It taught me how to gamble. My sports books, I'm still up on. But no, I'm not taking it. I'm not touching that action. I got to see if UConn. I think I would take it down. I would take 3. I would say UConn wins by 3 points. If I was gonna,
if you were to buy a number, like it's -6.5, I think it's probably like -110. Probably if you were to go, I said if you can't bet legally in Connecticut, I'm sure there are alternative options.
They are probably
with a few local bookies, and if you don't know some, I can set you up if you need it.
Better call
just kidding.
Somebody.
But no, I think if your book is okay with you at 5.5. I would do that because I think they can win this. I think they can win this game by 6 points because whether it's a touchdown, so some of those numbers don't scare me. It's when it's like if they play a good game and you still don't cover, like if a 7.5 point spread or a 10.5 point spread, those little hooks always are a pisser. So if you can buy down, if you can buy down to 5.5 and give back like -160 and maybe add a little more juice so you make your money that you want. Listen, a win is a win. Don't ever scoff at, well, if I bet 50, I only win 95.
Hey, when free money's free money.
Okay. If you bet 50 and you only win 75 because you bought the 5.5, but you're gonna be pissed if they only win by 6 at 6.5 or 7.5. So just that's my advice in this game. If you're gonna do it, I would buy to the 5.5. I would not take the 6.5 or the 7.5. In fact, if you wanted to go the other way, I think UConn wins this game. But that's always a dicey proposition for me too. Like when you're rooting for your team to win, but you have money on the other team to cover, it's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? It's like it's a pain in the ass. You're like, don't beat them too bad. Don't beat them too bad.
Oh, when I was at the Fenway Bowl, I bet on them and I was like, they're not going to cover. The other team's getting a little momentum. I was like, boop. I took that little action. I was like, but no, I think this game's going to come down to a touchdown.
Okay.
It's going to be close, and it's unfortunately with our defense. I foresee us winning on interception late in the fourth quarter to end it, to seal it, and to win by a touchdown. But I mean, listen. Last week it showed. Hey, they came back. They hit a late field goal. We won that game. But that's how all our games have been. Are we going to actually get a defensive stand that can actually hold a team or two, or are we just going to be the wet blanket? Like, shout
out Chris Freeman for that game-winning field goal. He's been great. Really quality field goal kicker.
Yep.
So, I hope the best thing I could say about field goal kickers is if you're ready to play and you do your job, you're the best. The best is if we don't need you, like just to kick extra points, right? Same with punters. Punters can be a weapon, but the best is when you can sit on the sidelines and just chill out with your homies because I don't want to see you on the field unless it's a game situation. All right, give me okay, John. Best of luck, my friend. -7. You're right, but don't say I didn't warn you. That's all I'm going to say, Big John. What is your score prediction before we get out of here? Because I have to jet.
Let's see the over. What they got the over? They got the over under at 51.5 right now. Wow,
that's spicy. That's juicy.
That's spicy. It's going to come. They're both going to score multiple times. If you look at UConn, we're going to put scores up. I would say it's going to be 28-21 UConn.
Okay. Well, if you're John, that's a push. I'm gonna go 34-28 UConn. Okay. I think they win this game, but like I said, I think it's like a couple of extra field goals. Maybe it's a touchdown late. I don't know. I could see a scoregami situation today where it's like something fluky happens, a safety, like it's like 9-6 or 9-11 like something wild. I just have a feeling about this game, and this season has been kind of crazy. Like if you look back at it before we go, not to bring up negative, it reminds me of Friday. Why are you bringing up old shit? But it's true. Like at 3-2, this team could be this team really had the opportunity to be undefeated right now. It'd be 5-0. So remember that,
and they'd be ranked.
Right. Remember that in the respect of. I try to tell myself that from a positive perspective. I get super frustrated. I get more so frustrated with football than I ever do with basketball because I do feel like, not because of the types of players and the coaches, but I do see things that can be done better. And I don't see the same thing on the basketball side. It's like, I know that staff has my trust. This staff still is earning it. They've earned it from have they brought in great players? Yes. Have they retained players? Yes. Are they really great guys and care about this organization and this program? Absolutely. But as far as the X's and O's and with the product they're putting on the field time and time out, the consistency, that's the part I'm still kind of like hesitant on. So that's why I get frustrated for context. I mean,
spot on.
It's just is what it is. I hope you guys had a good time on the live stream. I appreciate Joey for for peeling himself out of bed.
I'm gonna go eat my Panthers and eggs.
Silky. And they have to try not to be creative. Yeah, no, I mean, like that's a great point. Like I get frustrated. That's exactly how I feel. Like if you get a lead, it don't change what you're doing. Like don't like whatever got you to that point. You're not going to all of a sudden, like, to use Penn State. You don't have Penn State's offensive line. So if you're passing or if you're creating things that create points, keep doing it because you need it because the defense isn't big enough to kind of hold them down. So yeah, score 50. Give me a 50 burger today.
And hopefully we don't do a color out as the same color as the other team.
What do you what's the expectation today of fans and people at the rent? What do you think?
I think it's gonna be a beautiful day for football. I mean, this is a chance for them really to take a stride. But I think it's gonna be packed house. Hopefully a lot of people show up. But I mean, I think it will be probably like 75% filled. We'll see.
Okay. As always, remember Joey BailBonds. If you need him, we hope you don't, but if you do, make sure you find him because that's your ticket to not go to jail. But I hope UConn puts FIU in a whole bunch of legal peril today and takes them down. Remember,
I'm not bailing them out.
No, this Discord is available for you on Big East Energy. Make sure you check out that QR code up on the top left. And last thing before we go, Dan Hurley has a book out. There it is, another QR code.
Yep.
Go check it out. Never Stop. If you haven't already, it's fantastic. I've crushed that in like 3 days. And then this is a tease. We're going to help this. We're going to promo this all next week. But I just got my advanced copy. The GOAT. Look at that. More Than a Game. We got Jim Calhoun and Dom Amore. Dom is a fantastic writer and on the beat for UConn basketball. How the UConn basketball dynasty was built on a culture of caring. That's going to be coming out. You can pre-order it now. I don't have a QR code for that, but we will next time. Go check that out. Joey, for me and you, rent's due, baby. Go pay that. Let's go.